Is something you don't hear about very often, a mid-air collision between two aircraft and everyone survives.
Yeah, it sounds like an amazing story, and it happened at Lake Clark Pass on Sunday. CBS 11's Lauren Maxwell joins us now in the studio to tell us all about it. Lauren.
Well, what are the odds that two planes would be flying directly at each other? Neither pilot sees the other until they actually collide, and that both planes continue their journey and land safely with only minor damage and no injuries.
That's fine. If you cut at the bottom right there.
Mechanics at Lake Clark Air spent the day replacing the rudder on this Piper Navajo. The plane was involved in a mid-air collision at Lake Clark Pass.
Never hurts to have extra parts. They avoided each other by I'd say about 6 feet. It would have been a fatality otherwise.
Actually, there could have been multiple fatalities. There were 8 people plus a pilot on the Clark airplane and 4 people on this float plane. You can see the damage to the float where the smaller plane passed right over the top of the larger one.
This pilot has a much reduced visibility range. As you can't see right in front of him, underneath him. And when they came close, they just had an impact over each other like this.
And amazingly enough, the passengers had no idea. In fact, they thought the jolt they felt was likely a bird.
They didn't see it. They didn't really feel anything that was horribly out of the ordinary, so they thought they hit a bird. When they got out of the plane and they looked, they understood the miracle, that they just saw what the damage was.
Both the FAA and the NTSB are investigating, but whether there's any fault to be found is in question, since the planes were traveling in unregulated airspace. The NTSB says unregulated airspace means there really aren't any regulations, other than the fact that pilots are expected to visually watch out for each other. The president of Lake Clark Air says as far as he's concerned, it was someone else who was watching out.
The good Lord was watching out for everyone.
And he's thankful that it ended as it did.
Now, I'm told the whole thing happened so quickly that even the Lake Clark pilot wasn't 100% sure that he'd actually hit another plane. So once he landed, he called the NTSB. They told him that they had just gotten a call from another pilot who thought that he had hit something also. So that's how they finally put the whole thing together. Pretty amazing.